We have a key race alert right now. All right, take a look. More numbers coming in from Indiana. First numbers coming in fact, from the state of Indiana. 11 electoral votes. Donald Trump has a significant lead. 1% of the vote is in. Once again, caution everybody, very, very early in Indiana. He's got a lead of 1,688 votes over Hillary Clinton. You can see 69.3% for Donald Trump, 27.5%. Very early in Indiana, but Trump has a lead. Also a lead in Kentucky. Once again, very early, but he's got a 5,500 vote lead over Hillary Clinton in Kentucky right now. And we have our first projections of the night. Take a look at this. Donald Trump, we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8 electoral votes. Donald Trump wins in Kentucky. Donald Trump also wins in Indiana with its 11 electoral votes. His running mate's home state. Both wins, Kentucky and Indiana for Donald Trump. We have more projections right now. We project that Hillary Clinton is the winner in Vermont. 3 electoral votes, Vermont. Hillary Clinton is the winner in Vermont, Bernie Sanders' home state. We have a key race alert right now. Too early to call in Georgia with its 16 electoral votes. We cannot make a projection yet. Too early to call in Virginia with its 13 electoral votes. We cannot make a projection yet. And too early to call in South Carolina right now. 9 electoral votes at stake. Too early to call in that state as well. Let's take a look at the electoral college count right now. The vote, where it stands right now. You see Donald Trump takes a very early lead with 19 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton has 3. You need 270. You need 270 to win the presidency. Dana, we're getting our first projections in the balance of power in the U.S. Senate.
That's right, Wolf, we sure are. And let's start with the state of Vermont. Patrick Leahy, already one of the longest-serving senators in history, CNN can project will go on to win an 8th term, defeating his Republican challenger, Scott Milne. Now let's go to the state of Kentucky. Rand Paul, people remember, he started out this campaign running for president, dropped out, then decided to run for re-election. CNN can project that he has won that seat, defeating his Democratic challenger, Jim Gray. Now let's go to South Carolina. Republican incumbent Tim Scott, CNN can project that he will defeat his Democratic challenger, Thomas Dixon. Tim Scott being the first African-American ever to represent the South. Now let's look at key races where we're watching very, very closely. Indiana, again, this is an open seat, a Republican seat. Todd Young, the Republican, at this hour, just about 10% of the vote in, is pretty far ahead. Evan Bayh, who's trying to get his old Senate seat back, turn that blue. We're going to be watching that very, very closely. And now we have some where the polls have not yet closed, but we do see some numbers coming in. Marco Rubio, who is running for re-election, is up pretty significantly, but you see only 2% of the vote there. He's up by more than 60,000 votes. We're going to watch that very, very closely. And then another marquee race. This could determine whether or not Republicans keep the Senate. Incumbent Kelly Ayotte is trying to hold on to that, defeat her Democratic challenger, the governor, Maggie Hassan, only 1% in there. This is the one we're going to be watching incredibly closely all night long. So let's look at the balance of power.
We have a key race alert right now. All right, here are the results coming in from Florida. 2% of the vote is in so far. 58.5% for Donald Trump, 30.2% for Hillary Clinton. Trump has an early lead of some 63,000 votes over Hillary Clinton. Only 2% of the vote is in Florida. 29 electoral votes are at stake there. And we're getting the first numbers coming in very, very early from the state of Virginia. Hillary Clinton has a very slight lead. Look at how close it is, 49.5%, 45.5%. Hillary Clinton's lead, only 294 votes. Very, very early right now. Only 1% of the vote is in. Trump's lead, 1,800 plus over Hillary Clinton, 70% to 25%. 3 key battleground states. Lost 4 years ago, carried 8 years ago, and Ohio. Republicans need to win Ohio in order to win the White House. Let's start with a CNN projection. CNN projects Donald Trump is the winner in West Virginia. Donald Trump will carry that state with 5 electoral votes. Trump gets another state, West Virginia. We have a key race alert right now. Too early to call in North Carolina. As you can see right there, 15 electoral votes at stake, a critically important battleground state, and Ohio. Too early to call in Ohio right now. 18 electoral votes in Ohio. We are not able to make projections. Polls are closed in both of those states, cannot make projections yet. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map count, where it stands right now. You can see Donald Trump has a lead. He has 24 electoral votes right now compared to three for Hillary Clinton. You need 270 in order to win the White House. Well, let's go to Dana Bash. She's got a projection in the balance of power in the Senate.
That's right, Wolf. You said it's too early to call for the presidential, but in Ohio, CNN can project that Rob Portman, the incumbent Republican, will go on to win another term, serve another term in the U.S. Senate, defeating his Democratic opponent, the former Governor Ted Strickland. This was supposed to be a nail-biter, but Rob Portman locked it up pretty early with the help of tens of millions of dollars from Republicans there. A big win for Rob Portman. Let's look at another state where polls are closed, but it's just too early to call. North Carolina. This is another one that we will be watching all night long to see whether or not Democrats can take control of the U.S. Senate. Republican incumbent Richard Burr is fighting to keep his seat. He, at this hour, is just a little more than 42,000 votes ahead of his Democratic challenger, Deborah Ross. But as you see, they're very, very early. Now I want to look back at Florida. Polls are not yet closed, but you see we're getting some numbers in. Marco Rubio, the incumbent Republican, is up pretty significantly against his Democratic challenger, Patrick Murphy. About half the vote in, and he is doing quite well there.
All right, look at this. We got a key race alert. Look at Florida right now. 65% of the vote is in. And all of a sudden, Hillary Clinton has taken the lead in the state of Florida. She's got a lead of 76,430 over Donald Trump. She's at 49.2%. Donald Trump is at 47.9%. Hillary Clinton is now ahead of Donald Trump in Florida with its 29 electoral votes. In North Carolina, 13% of the vote is now in. Trump is ahead with 74,969 votes over Hillary Clinton, 15 electoral votes in North Carolina. We're getting 3% of the vote in Ohio right now. Trump has a lead in Ohio, 96,000 plus to Hillary Clinton's 82,000 plus, 18 electoral votes in Ohio. We're getting more results coming in our key race alert. In Virginia now, 14% of the vote is in, and Trump has a 73,000 plus vote lead over Hillary Clinton, 54% to 41.2%, 13 electoral votes at stake in Virginia. And in Georgia, only 2% of the vote is in, but Trump has a lead of 31,977. Georgia, Trump has the lead with its 16 electoral votes at stake. And we're getting ready for 16 states and the District of Columbia. They're going to be closing all polling stations right at the top of the hour, including Florida. All the polling stations in Florida will be closed. That is emerging as a critically important state. Pennsylvania closing right now. And look at all these wins we're projecting for Hillary Clinton right now. She wins her state of Illinois. That's where she was born. Hillary Clinton wins in Illinois with its 20 electoral votes. A win for Hillary Clinton. In New Jersey, Governor Chris Christie is the governor there, but guess what? Hillary Clinton is the winner in New Jersey with 14 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins in New Jersey. In Massachusetts, another 11 electoral votes we project will go to Hillary Clinton in Massachusetts. Another win for Hillary Clinton in Massachusetts. Let's move on to Maryland. 10 electoral votes. We project Hillary Clinton wins in Maryland. She will carry that state. An important win for Hillary Clinton in the state of Maryland. More wins for Hillary Clinton coming in right now. In Rhode Island, 4 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton carries the state of Rhode Island with its 4 electoral votes. Delaware, 3 electoral votes. They will all go to Hillary Clinton. Another win there. And the District of Columbia, which could vote in presidential contest, 3 electoral votes go to Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump also has some projected wins, 3 specifically. We project he will carry the state of Oklahoma with 7 electoral votes. Donald Trump will carry Tennessee with 11 electoral votes. Donald Trump will also carry Mississippi with 6 electoral votes. We have a key race alert right now. Too close to call, too early to call, I should say. In Florida right now, we cannot yet make a projection. 29 electoral votes at stake. Too early to call in Florida. Too early to call in Pennsylvania with 20 electoral votes. Cannot make a projection in Pennsylvania. Also in New Hampshire, no projection there. Too early to call in New Hampshire right there. Too early to call. in New Hampshire. We can, too early to call in those states. Let's get the complete list of all the states where we are not yet able to make a projection. Take a look. All these states, too early to call. The 8 p.m. closings in Alabama, Connecticut, Florida, Maine, Missouri, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania. No projections there. Too early to call. Take a look at the electoral map where it stands right now. Hillary Clinton has taken the lead. She has 68 electoral votes compared to Donald Trump's 48 electoral votes. You see 270 are needed to win the White House. Right now, here's a key race alert. All right, take a look here at Florida. We'll start with Florida. 88% of the vote is in. Look at how close it is, 48.5% to 48.4%. Donald Trump has now taken the lead. Donald Trump is ahead of Hillary Clinton by 8,071 votes. 29 electoral votes are at stake in Florida. 88% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has now taken an 8,000-plus vote lead. In North Carolina, more than half of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton maintains a steady lead of nearly 150,000 votes over Donald Trump, 51.7% to 45.8%. 15 electoral votes at stake in North Carolina. In Ohio, almost a third of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton maintains her lead of about 120,000 votes over Donald Trump. 18 electoral votes are at stake in Ohio right now. Stand by for a second. I want to quickly go to Dana. You've got two major projections in the balance of power in the U.S. Senate.
That's right. Well, the first Democratic pickup in the Senate of the evening. You see there Tammy Duckworth, the Democratic challenger. CNN can project that she will beat the incumbent Republican Mark Kirk. This is a seat that Republicans, frankly, gave up on a while ago. They knew that Tammy Duckworth, especially in a presidential year in a blue state, was very likely to win, and CNN can project that that has happened. Now let's go to the state of Florida. Very close on the presidential level, but on the Senate level, CNN can project that Marco Rubio will go on to win another term in the U.S. Senate, defeating his Democratic challenger, Patrick Murphy. This was not a seat that Rubio wanted. He said he was going to retire until a lot of bigwigs came in and convinced him to reconsider. He did, and now he looks like he will go on to win re-election. Now let's look at some other pickups other wins that CNN can project this evening. Richard Blumenthal, the incumbent Democrat in Connecticut, CNN can project that he will win another term, defeating his Republican challenger, Dan Carter. Now in the state of Maryland, CNN can project that Chris Van Hollen will beat his Republican challenger, Kathy Schlega. This was an open Democratic seat, so it stays in the blue column. Then in Oklahoma, James Lankford, the incumbent Republican, CNN can project there he will win re-election, defeating his Democratic challenger, Mike Workman. Now let's look at some of the key races that we're watching that will determine the balance of power. New Hampshire, the polls have closed there within the last hour. The Democratic challenger right now is ahead of the incumbent Republican, Maggie Hassan, just a little under 6,000 votes ahead of Kelly Ayotte, but not very many votes in, so we're going to be watching that closely. And then also North Carolina. Deborah Ross is the Democratic challenger. She has a significant lead right now against the incumbent Republican Richard Burr. She is hoping to unseat him, and Democrats are hoping that will be another one in their column in their quest to take back the Senate.
We have a key race alert right now. All right, let's show you what's going on in Florida right now. 29 electoral votes are at stake. 91% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump is building up a sort of impressive lead, 63,297 votes. Donald Trump has a lead over Hillary Clinton in Florida with 91% of the vote in, 48.8% to 48.1%. 56% of the vote in North Carolina is in. Hillary Clinton has an impressive lead of 131,000 over Donald Trump. 15 electoral votes at stake in North Carolina. In Ohio, 31% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a lead of almost 100,000 votes over Donald Trump in Ohio. 18 electoral votes at stake in Ohio right now. We've got more. In Virginia, 45%, almost half of the vote is in. Donald Trump has an impressive lead over Hillary Clinton in Virginia, 130,000 vote lead, in fact, over Hillary Clinton. 13 electoral votes are at stake in Virginia. More numbers coming in, more results coming in. 9% of the vote in Georgia is in. Donald Trump has an impressive lead of 169,000 plus over Hillary Clinton. In New Hampshire, only 7% of the vote is in, but Hillary Clinton's lead is 5,700 over Donald Trump, 53% to 41.8%. Michigan, they're going to be closing the polls, but we've got some numbers so far. Hillary Clinton has a 20,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 6% of the vote is in Michigan. And in Texas, they'll be closing the polls soon, but 46% of the vote has been released. Hillary Clinton, look at this, has a 56,000 vote lead over Donald Trump, with almost half of the vote in Texas right now. There you see, right now. We have more projections to make right now. 2 more wins for Donald Trump. CNN projects Donald Trump will win the state of South Carolina with its 9 electoral votes. Another win for Donald Trump in South Carolina. Donald Trump will also win Alabama with its 9 electoral votes. Donald Trump the winner in Alabama and South Carolina. 2 important wins for Donald Trump. We have a key race alert right now. The polls in Arkansas have just closed. Too early to call in the state of Arkansas, Bill Clinton's home state. Hillary Clinton was the first lady of Arkansas. Too early to call in Arkansas. 6 electoral votes right now. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map, see where it stands right now with these latest wins. Look at how close it is. 68 electoral votes for Hillary Clinton, 66 for Donald Trump. You need 270 to win the White House. 14 states are about to close the polling in 14 states, including 2 huge ones, Texas and New York. We're watching several other states right now. We're getting ready to make some projections. All right, take a look at this. We project that Hillary Clinton will carry her home state of New York. That's 29 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton will win New York State. That's Donald Trump's home state as well. Hillary Clinton carries the Empire State. Donald Trump, we project, will win Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump wins those 3. Donald Trump wins some more states, 3 more. He will carry North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota with its 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump carries those states as well. Donald Trump carrying some more states. Let's take a look at the states where it's too early to call right now. These are the states where the polls have closed, but we're not able to make any projections. Arizona, Colorado, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, New Mexico, Texas, and Wisconsin. No projections yet. Here's the electoral map as it stands right now. Hillary Clinton has 97 electoral votes. Donald Trump has 84 electoral votes. Remember, 270. That's the magic number you need to be elected President of the United States. We have another key race alert right now. All right, let's take a look. Let's start in Florida right now. Donald Trump is ahead impressively with 91% of the vote now in. Look at this. He has a lead of 143,361. That's an impressive lead right now with so many of the votes already counted. In Ohio, Donald Trump also has a lead of more than 52,000 with 39% of the vote in, 18 electoral votes in Ohio. Donald Trump ahead there. In Virginia right now, Donald Trump still has an impressive lead in Virginia. 66% of the vote is in. Donald Trump is ahead by more than 108,000 votes in Virginia. 13 electoral votes at stake. In Georgia, 29% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a very impressive lead of more than 340,000 over Hillary Clinton, 62.5% to 35%. There are 16 electoral votes in Georgia, an impressive lead for Donald Trump in Georgia right now. Let's go on to North Carolina right now. 69% of the vote is in. Look at how close it is. Donald Trump has a lead, but of only 689 votes. He just took the lead over Hillary Clinton in North Carolina. Now his lead has grown a little bit as we're speaking. His lead is almost 3,000 votes over Hillary Clinton, 48.8% to 48.7%. 69% of the vote is now in North Carolina. Donald Trump has a slight lead. In New Hampshire, only 13% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a small advantage right now, 4,500 over Donald Trump. 4 electoral votes in New Hampshire. This has been a battleground state. In Michigan, 11% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton's lead is only 13,771, 48.7% to 46.2%. Michigan has a lot of electoral votes, 16 to be specific. Michigan, it's a close race in Michigan right now. It's a key state. Pennsylvania, only 5% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has an impressive lead of more than 106,000 votes over Donald Trump, 65% to 30%. 20 electoral votes are at stake in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump really was hoping for Pennsylvania, but only 5% of the vote is in. Let's take a look at Colorado. Right now, 7% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a 42,000 plus vote lead over Donald Trump, but very early, only 7% of the vote is in. 9 electoral votes are at stake in Colorado. All right, John, we have some projections right now. All right, we project that Donald Trump will carry a huge prize. Texas, with all of its 38 electoral votes, a big win for Donald Trump in the state of Texas. Democrats had hope, but it's not going to happen for them this time around. Donald Trump also carries Bill Clinton's home state of Arkansas with 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump gets 2 more states in his column. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map right now, where it stands with those 2 states that Donald Trump has just won. He has now taken the lead. Donald Trump has 128 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton has 97 electoral votes. Remember, 270 are needed to win the White House. Let's do a key race alert right now. All right, let's start out with Florida right now. 94% of the vote is in. You see Donald Trump maintains an impressive lead of 141,000 votes over Hillary Clinton, 29 electoral votes at stake. Trump is ahead impressively in Ohio. Trump is also ahead. More than half of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a 235,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. Very impressive lead in Ohio right now, 18 electoral votes. In Virginia, Trump is ahead there. He's got a lead of 42,000 plus in Virginia. 77% of the vote is in. Donald Trump is ahead in Virginia. He is also ahead significantly in Georgia, 384,000 votes ahead of Hillary Clinton. 41% of the vote is in. 16 electoral votes in Georgia right now, another state where Donald Trump leads. There are more states, more numbers coming in. 76% of the vote is in North Carolina, and Trump has a 56,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton, 49.5% to 47.9%. He is ahead in North Carolina right now, 15 electoral votes there. In Michigan, 17% of the vote is in. Look at this. Donald Trump is ahead in Michigan right now as well, 28,000 plus votes over Hillary Clinton, 49% to 45, almost 46% for Hillary Clinton. 16 important electoral votes in Michigan right now. In New Hampshire, 22% of the vote is now in. Trump is ahead in New Hampshire as well. 1,700 vote lead. Now it's just gone down to 900 vote lead. Look at how close it is. 47.7% to 47.2%. A quarter of the vote almost is in New Hampshire. In Wisconsin, 12% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a 25,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 10 electoral votes in Wisconsin, but this is very early. Only 12% of the vote in Wisconsin is in right now. We've got more. Colorado, 42% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a 55,000 plus vote lead over Donald Trump. 42%, once again, of the vote is in. 9 electoral votes in the state of Colorado. And in Pennsylvania, Hillary Clinton right now has an impressive 154,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 17% of the vote is now in. Look at this, 56% for Hillary Clinton, almost 41% for Donald Trump. Pennsylvania has 20 electoral votes, but only 17% of the vote is now in. Anna, we have 2 more projections right now. All right, CNN now projects that Hillary Clinton will carry the state of Connecticut with its 7 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins in Connecticut. CNN also projects Donald Trump will win Louisiana with its 8 electoral votes. Another win for Donald Trump in Louisiana. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map, see where it stands with these latest 2 projections. You can see right now Donald Trump's still ahead. He has 136 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 104 electoral votes. Remember, 270, that's what's needed to be elected president of the United States. Right now, we have a major projection in the battle for the United States Congress. CNN can now project that Republicans will keep control of the House of Representatives. The House Speaker Paul Ryan's fight to maintain the Republican majority paying off, dashing the Democrats' slim hopes of retaking the chamber. This is an important win for Republicans as we await the outcome of the fight for the U.S. Senate and the presidential race. We're only seconds away from the top of the hour. 4 states are closing. Right now, we're going to be able to make a projection. And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Montana and its 3 electoral votes. Another important win for Donald Trump in Montana. He gets those 3 electoral votes. Every electoral vote will count tonight. Let's get a key race alert right now. Too close to call in several states where the polls have now closed. In Iowa, with its 6 electoral votes, too early to call, no projection there. In Nevada, 6 electoral votes, too early to call, no projection there. Similarly, in Utah, too early to call there, 6 electoral votes. Evan McMullen, a Utah native, a third-party candidate, a conservative. He's making a push in Utah right now. Too early to call there. Let's update the all-important Electoral College map. Where it stands right now, you can see Donald Trump maintains his lead. He has 139 electoral votes compared to Hillary Clinton's 104 electoral votes. 270 needed to be elected president of the United States. Let's get another key race alert right now. All right, here's where the votes stand. Let's start in Florida. 95% of the vote is in. Donald Trump still maintains an impressive 105,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 5% of the vote outstanding, 29 electoral votes. Trump ahead in Florida. In North Carolina, 81% of the vote is in. Trump maintains an impressive 114,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 15 electoral votes. Trump ahead in North Carolina. In Ohio, 67% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a very impressive, almost 400,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 18 electoral votes at stake in Ohio. In Virginia, 83% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton all of a sudden has taken a lead. 15,456 vote lead over Donald Trump. 83% of the vote is in. 13 electoral votes in Virginia. Hillary Clinton ahead there. Let's go to Georgia right now. In the state of Georgia, almost half of the vote is in. Donald Trump here too, he has a very impressive lead, 365,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 16 important electoral votes at stake in Georgia right now. In Colorado, 53, more than half of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a lead of about 73,000 votes over Donald Trump. 9 electoral votes in the state of Colorado. In Michigan, a quarter of the vote is in. Trump is ahead there, still maintaining a lead of almost 50,000 votes over Hillary Clinton right now. 24% of the vote is in. 16 electoral votes at stake in Michigan. In New Hampshire, 41% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead there as well. 5,297 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 4 electoral votes. Everyone is critically important in New Hampshire. Trump is ahead in New Hampshire right now. More votes coming in. Let's take a look at Wisconsin. 28% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead in Wisconsin right now by more than 50,000 votes. 10 electoral votes at stake in Wisconsin. In Pennsylvania, a third of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has an impressive lead, 250,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 20 electoral votes in Pennsylvania. Votes just beginning to come in Arizona. Only 2% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a lead of 6,600 votes over Hillary Clinton. 11 electoral votes in Arizona. Let's take a look and see nationwide where the popular vote stands right now. U.S. popular vote. Donald Trump has 48.9%. Hillary Clinton has 47%. He is ahead nationally by 1,153,000 votes nationwide. That's the popular vote. He's ahead by more than 1,100,000 over Hillary Clinton. In the all-important electoral vote count, Donald Trump, once again, he's ahead there with 139 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 104 electoral votes, 270. I got to remind you, that's the magic number needed to win the White House. John, stand by. We have 2 more projections right now. CNN now projects that Hillary Clinton will win the state of New Mexico with its 5 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins New Mexico. CNN also now projects that Donald Trump will win Missouri with its 10 electoral votes. Another important win for Donald Trump in Missouri. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map right now, where it stands, the all-important map I should say. Donald Trump is still ahead. He has 149 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 109 electoral votes, 270 needed to win the White House. We have a major projection right now. Donald Trump will take Ohio. CNN projects Donald Trump will win Ohio with its 18 electoral votes. A relief for Donald Trump. No Republican has ever won the White House without Ohio. He has won Ohio with its 18 electoral votes. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map to see where it stands now. Big win for Donald Trump in the state of Ohio. Right now, he is ahead of Hillary Clinton. He has 167 electoral votes compared to Hillary Clinton's 109 electoral votes. You need 270 to win the White House. We've got another key race alert right now. Well, let's update all the votes where they stand right now. We'll start in Michigan. Almost a third of the vote is in Michigan. Donald Trump has a 35,000 plus vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 16% of the vote is now in the state of Michigan. Donald Trump ahead there. In Wisconsin, 42% of the vote is in. He's ahead narrowly, 28,000 votes over Hillary Clinton. 10 electoral votes at stake in Wisconsin. In Florida, 95% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has an impressive lead in Florida, 135,000 plus vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 29 electoral votes are at stake in Florida. In Arizona, more than half of the vote is in. Trump has a lead, more than 33,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 11 electoral votes at stake in the state of Arizona. Let's continue. Let's go to North Carolina. Right now, Donald Trump, he has an impressive lead there with 84% of the vote in, more than 143,000, almost 144,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 15 electoral votes in North Carolina. Almost half of the vote is in Georgia. Very impressive lead for Donald Trump. 347,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. He's doing well, very well in Georgia with its 16 electoral votes. In New Hampshire, almost half of the vote is in. Trump is ahead there as well. More than 10,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 4 electoral votes in New Hampshire. Every electoral vote is critically important. In Virginia, 87% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a lead, 55,000 plus vote lead over Donald Trump. She's certainly relieved at this stage. 87% of the vote is in Virginia. 13 electoral votes at stake there. We've got some more results coming in from Colorado. First, 65% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a 92,000 vote lead over Donald Trump in Colorado with its 9 electoral votes. In Iowa, 19% of the vote is now in. Hillary Clinton has a pretty good lead, 54,000 plus vote lead over Donald Trump in Iowa. And in Pennsylvania, more than half of the vote is in. She's got an impressive lead there of more than 167,000 votes in Pennsylvania. So she's doing well, relatively speaking, in Pennsylvania, Iowa, and Colorado. John, we have another major projection right now. And CNN can project that Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, will go to Hillary Clinton. 13 electoral votes in Virginia. An important win for Hillary Clinton in the state of Virginia, a state that President Barack Obama carried twice. She is ahead in Virginia. She will carry Virginia. Let's take a look at where the Electoral College map stands right now with her win in Virginia. Donald Trump is still ahead. He has 167 electoral votes compared to Hillary Clinton's 122 electoral votes. 270 needed to win the White House. We have another major projection right now. CNN can now project that the state of Colorado will go to Hillary Clinton with its 9 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins Colorado. She's ahead in the popular vote right now. You see 67% of the vote in. She's winning by more than 86,000 votes. 9 electoral votes in Colorado. Another important win for Hillary Clinton. She needs all of these wins right now. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map. Donald Trump has 167 electoral votes compared to Hillary Clinton's 131 electoral votes. Remember, you need 270 to win the White House. It certainly is a huge, huge surprise to so many people out there. All right, with the next few seconds, polls will close in 5 western states, including California, with its whopping 55 electoral votes in California. We're getting ready to make some major projections. Let's get ready for that right now. And CNN projects Hillary Clinton will carry the state of California with its 55 electoral votes. A huge win in California for Hillary Clinton. She will also carry Hawaii with its 4 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins in Hawaii. Donald Trump, he also has a win. Donald Trump will win in Idaho with its 4 electoral votes. Another win for Donald Trump in Idaho. All right, let's take a look at the Electoral College map now. With these, Oregon and Washington State, by the way, too early to call in those states. Oregon and Washington State. You see it right now. Now let's take a look at the Electoral College map. Hillary Clinton has now gone ahead. She has now gone ahead with the huge win in California. She has 190 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 171 electoral votes, 270 needed to win the White House. Hillary Clinton is now ahead in the all-important Electoral College. Now let's get another key race alert right now. All right now it's all about Michigan and Wisconsin. Right now, let's update you in Michigan first. Almost half of the vote is now in. Donald Trump still has a lead, 30,451. Donald Trump's lead in Michigan right now, 30,400 plus, 48.1% to 46.8% for Hillary Clinton. 16 electoral votes, very important electoral states votes at stake in Michigan. In Wisconsin, 58% of the vote is in. Trump has a lead there, almost 60,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton, 49.1% to 45.8% for Hillary Clinton. 10 electoral votes at stake in Wisconsin. All right, we have another major projection right now. CNN now projects that Donald Trump will carry the state of North Carolina with its 15 electoral votes. Another important win for Donald Trump in the state of North Carolina. 93% of the vote is in. You see he's up by more than 220,000 votes. Donald Trump carries North Carolina. So let's take a look at the electoral map, where it stands right now with this win for Donald Trump in North Carolina. Hillary Clinton is ahead, but slightly. She has 190 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 186 electoral votes, 270. That's the number you need to win the White House.
Back to Wolf for a projection.
We got another major projection right now. And CNN projects Hillary Clinton will carry the state of Oregon with its 7 electoral votes. Another win for Hillary Clinton in Oregon. In Nebraska, earlier we projected Donald Trump would get 3 of the 5 electoral votes in Nebraska. They divide up their electoral votes according to the congressional districts. Now we're going to give them 4 out of those 5 electoral votes in the state of Nebraska. As a result, let's take a look at the map, the Electoral College map, to see where things stand right now. Hillary Clinton's still ahead. She has 197 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 187 electoral votes, 270 needed to win the White House. We've got a key race alert. Let's check in all the key battleground states. It's a cliffhanger going on here in Michigan right now. 56% of the vote is in. Look at how close it is. Donald Trump has a lead of 13,000 over Hillary Clinton, 47.7% to 47.2%. There are 16 electoral votes in Michigan. It's so close. In Wisconsin, 65% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a little bit better of a lead. He's 66,000 votes ahead of Hillary Clinton, 49.1% to 45.8%, 10 electoral votes in Wisconsin. In New Hampshire, look at this, 64% of the vote is in. Trump has a lead of 9,300 votes over Hillary Clinton, 48.2% to 46.2%, 4 electoral votes in New Hampshire. And he is leading in Iowa as well. More than half of the vote is in, 54%. Donald Trump is ahead by 32,600 votes over Hillary Clinton in Iowa, 6 electoral votes, 4 key states. All right, we have another major projection right now. Take a look at this. And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida with its 29 electoral votes. Donald Trump wins Florida. A huge win for Donald Trump. That's his second home in Florida. Donald Trump will carry those 29 electoral votes. He's ahead right now with 98% of the vote in by more than 131,000 votes. A big win for Donald Trump in Florida. He predicted he would win Florida. He has won Florida. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map right now. You see Donald Trump has taken the lead. He has 216 electoral votes compared to Hillary Clinton's 197 electoral votes, 270 needed to win the White House. But it's a big, big win for Donald Trump in Florida. Jake and Dan, a lot of people didn't think that Donald Trump would be able to do it. He did it in Florida. All right, we have another projection right now. And CNN projects that Hillary Clinton will carry the state of Washington. Washington state and its 12 electoral votes will go to Hillary Clinton. She's ahead, you see, in the poll and the actual vote count in Washington state. We project all 12 electoral votes will go to Hillary Clinton in Washington state. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map, where it stands with her win in Washington state. Donald Trump still is ahead. He has 216 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton has 209 electorals. Very close, 216, 209. You need 270 to be elected president of the United States. We have another projection to make right now, an important projection. And CNN now projects that Donald Trump will carry the state of Georgia with its 16 electoral votes. 84% of the vote is in. You see, Donald Trump has a lead of more than 228,000 votes. Donald Trump wins Georgia. Donald Trump carries that important state. So let's take a look at where the Electoral College map stands right now. With the win in Georgia, Donald Trump is ahead. He moves closer to 270. He's got 232 electoral votes to Hillary Clinton's 209.
But we've got another key race alert. Wolf?
All right, let's get another key race alert right now. It's a cliffhanger. All right, let's take a look at Michigan right now. Michigan is so critically important. 62% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump still maintains a lead of nearly 32,000 votes over Hillary Clinton. 16 electoral votes in Michigan. We're watching that so closely. Wisconsin, 73% of the vote is now in. Donald Trump has a bigger lead there. He's up almost 90,000 votes over Hillary Clinton in Wisconsin. 10 electoral votes in Wisconsin right now. In Arizona, 61% of the vote is in. Donald Trump there too. He has a lead of some 57,000 over Hillary Clinton. 11 electoral votes at stake in Arizona. In New Hampshire, 69% of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a lead of almost 11,000 votes over Hillary Clinton. He is ahead in New Hampshire as well with its 4 electoral votes. There are more states we're looking at, including Iowa right now. 78% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump has a healthy lead. 106,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton in Iowa with its 6 electoral votes. An impressive lead there. In Pennsylvania, 85% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton is ahead by 40,000 votes, 48.6% to 47.8%. 20 electoral votes at stake in Pennsylvania. Hillary Clinton ahead. In Nevada, 66% of the vote is in, and Hillary Clinton has a lead there, almost 40,000 votes ahead of Donald Trump with its 6 electoral votes at stake in Nevada. Hillary Clinton is ahead. And in Utah, 31% of the vote is in. A third almost of the vote is in. Donald Trump has a lead of almost 100,000 votes over Hillary Clinton and Evan McMullin, the independent third-party candidate. So those are the latest information we're getting. We have another major projection coming in right now. CNN projects Donald Trump will win the state of Iowa with its 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump will carry Iowa. He's ahead right now with 84% of the vote in by 136,000 votes right now. Iowa, 6 electoral votes goes to Donald Trump. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map. With this win in Iowa, Donald Trump expands his lead over Hillary Clinton. He has now 238 electoral votes to her 209 electoral votes. You need 270 to win the White House. Donald Trump inching closer and closer. We have another major projection right now. CNN now projects that Hillary Clinton will carry the state of Nevada with its 6 electoral votes. Hillary Clinton wins in Nevada. 74% of the vote is in. She's got a 32,000-plus vote lead. She carries Nevada. Take a look at the count for the Electoral College map right now. Trump has 238 votes. Hillary Clinton has 215. All right, we do have another major projection right now. All right, Donald Trump, we project, will be the winner in the state of Utah with its 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump carries another state. You see the popular vote there. Donald Trump ahead. He's got 113,000 vote lead over both Evan McMullin, who looks like he's second place right now with 41% of the vote in. Hillary Clinton right now 82,000 votes in third place. Let's take a look at the Electoral College count where it stands right now with this Donald Trump win in Utah. Right now, Donald Trump is ahead, inching closer and closer to 270 electoral votes. He now has 244 electoral votes compared to Hillary Clinton's 215 electoral votes. Donald Trump doing very, very well tonight. It's 270, though. That's the magic number. Let's take a look in a key race alert at the numbers coming in right now. remaining states. We'll start with Michigan right now. 80% of the vote is now in. Trump has an impressive lead of 77,000 plus votes over Hillary Clinton. There are 16 electoral votes in Michigan. Trump ahead. In Wisconsin, 87% of the vote is in. Similarly, he has an impressive 84,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton. 10 electoral votes at stake in Wisconsin. In Arizona, Trump again leading. 60,000 vote lead over Hillary Clinton with 65% of the vote in. Arizona has 11 electoral votes. In Pennsylvania, look at this. 97% of the vote is in. Trump is ahead by almost 51,000 votes over Hillary Clinton. There are 20 electoral votes at stake in Pennsylvania. Trump doing very well in Pennsylvania right now. Let's take a look at some more states where we have not made projections. In New Hampshire, Hillary Clinton is ahead, but by only 700 votes over Donald Trump, with 85% of the vote in. 4 electoral votes in New Hampshire. In Maine, 81% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a lead of almost 17,000 votes over Donald Trump in the state of Maine. Finally, take a look at this in Minnesota. 84% of the vote is in. Hillary Clinton has a pretty good 71,000 vote lead over Donald Trump. 84% of the vote in. Minnesota has 10 electoral votes. We have another projection right now. CNN now projects that Donald Trump will win the state of Alaska. Alaska has 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump will carry Alaska. Another win for Donald Trump.
I want to go back to Wolf.
All right, we have a major projection right now. Take a look at this. CNN now projects that Donald Trump will carry the state of Wisconsin. He will win Wisconsin with its 10 electoral votes. He's cracked the so-called blue wall that Hillary Clinton had tried to create. Donald Trump wins Wisconsin. Take a look at this. 92% of the vote is in. He's up by 75,000 votes, plus 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump, the winner in Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map right now with that win in Wisconsin. Look at how close he is. Right now, he has 257 electoral votes. He needs 13 more, 270, to be elected president of the United States. The moment that we want to make another major projection right now. And next, that Donald Trump will win the state of Arizona with its 11 electoral votes. Donald Trump wins Arizona. 68% of the vote is in. He's got a nearly 80,000 vote lead. Donald Trump will carry. So let's take a look at the electoral map right now. You see Donald Trump. He has 260 electoral votes. He needs 2 more to become president of the United States, president-elect of the United States. Right now, a historic moment. We can now project the winner of the presidential race. CNN projects Donald Trump wins the presidency. The business tycoon and TV personality capping his improbable political journey with an astounding upset victory. Donald J. Trump will become the 45th president of the United States, defeating Hillary Clinton in a campaign unlike anything we've seen in our lifetime. Donald Trump wins the presidency of the United States. He is now going to be called President-elect Donald Trump. He's walking up right now. You see him right there. He's going to be speaking momentarily. He's got his wife there. History has been made. Jake, this is a moment a lot of people are going to remember. The Senate, the balance of power in the Senate, the Republicans stay in charge.
That is the headline, that Republicans were defending 24 seats. And they did so successfully. They remain in charge of the U.S. Senate. Right now, the balance of power that we can call is Republicans have 51, so they have a majority.